So before I put a fade on this audio, I need to know how long it is. Obviously, you can see the audio is a whole lot longer than the rest of the presentation, the whole presentation here. So one thing we can do is we can adjust the timeline. Notice down here at the bottom, if I click right here and drag this in, I can make this timeline a lot shorter, longer. In other words, I can see each piece a lot closer up. Or I can slide this out so I can see the whole project at once, and I can see that my audio is a lot longer than it needs to be. Well, that's easy. Right off the bat, we can just, using the selection tool right there, right? We can just slide this over and shorten it. But I don't know exactly how short I want it to be because I haven't put the title in yet. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put the title in now. One thing, I know that the title wants to go at the very beginning of the presentation, so I'm going to slide the presentation down. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to just, with my selection tool, I'm going to select all these video clips and just slide them down a little bit. Or I'm going to slide them down, let's say, 3 seconds to get our title in. Okay? So the title can be about 3 seconds too. And now I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I can see a little closer up. Right? And I want to put my title right there. So here's how we do the title. Go up here, we're in editing, so I'm going to go up here, over here to titles, click on that, and we're going to make a title. Right here, you've got, it says new title based on current title. I'll click right there. I'm going to call this title 1. Click OK. And then I'm going to click right here. This works like you just kind of click it wherever you want it, your first letter to be. I'll put it right there, and I'm going to call my title elements, or I'm title. Let's see, elements and principles of art. Right. And then my name, skip 2 spaces. And that's what you need for a title slide. So, but it's just kind of plain. I'm not going to have that. So I'm going to go over here to my title styles, and here's color for my fill. So I can change that to something a little more sort of a reddish, and I'm going to also change the background. So here's the background, and I can go in here, see background. Why is that not working? Oh, I have to select it, background, and there we go. So with this one, I'll go with sort of a greenish, so it's in contrast to the red. All right, so let's say I really like that, and that's going to be my title slide. Notice that it's right down here now. It's in my project file, title 1. So all I have to do is grab it and drag it in right here. Actually, see how it's much longer than my other stuff? So what I'm going to do is just put it in this upper title right here, in this upper video. So what that does is when you play it, it starts your title, and then it goes over your other. I don't want it to do that. So I'm going to move it back. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just move it down into here, because I'll put transitions in for all of these. All right, so there's my title. All right, so now if I zoom out, so it's starting to play. And I'm going to put some transitions in there so it's not so just cut from one thing to the other. But now that I've got that in, now I know how long the whole presentation is. So I'm going to go to the end, and I'm going to shorten the music. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it another second, go a little longer to fade out. And I'm going to make this last piece just a little longer too. I'll make it the same, just a little bit longer so that I can put a fade on this.